Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hello everyone. Welcome back. If you just saw me a few minutes ago, hello again. We are going to get started with some free readings, per usual. Hey Ray, how are you? Doing well. Did I catch you on my last stream, I think? We are just doing some free reads right now. anyone has a yes or no question they'd like to ask for free, feel free to enter that into the chat now. We have about 10 minutes left of the free list, and then we will be moving on to donations. Thank you guys for the likes. Hi, Carla. Welcome in. I have a yes for you, King of Swords, Carla. King of Swords. Ray. Ray, I have a yes, 10 of Pentacles. I do have PayPal, yes. Let me throw that in the chat for you to make it easy. Just for future reference, you can get all of that information from my link tree, but I went ahead and posted it there for you in the chat, so you can click that link for PayPal. You're welcome. All right, so you got a couple of cards. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so these are all no cards for me. We have the Death, the Hermit, and the Nine of Wands. So those are all no's, and they all came out at the same time. Okay, that sounds good. I wonder if there is a way I might be able to. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Bear with me for just. Trying to see if that angle is any better, just to be a little bit more above. Let's see. A little bit better. I think we need to go a little bit further back. Lucia, I have the Justice card here. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you if that was a yes or a no. That's a yes. Lucia, that's a yes. Lily, I also have a yes for you. I have the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. All right, Kana, thank you. Let me add you to my list. You will actually be next slash first of this live stream. I have about 4 minutes left of my free list and then we'll be doing donations. So if you would like, you can post your question in the chat right now. Rachel, yes, you may ask a yes or no question. All right, you got it. I've got your question. All right, I have a yes, Svetlana. I have the 6 of Pentacles. He will be making more, or they will be making more of an effort. Hey, Benjamin, how are you? All right, Rachel, I am getting that you can, CAN, trust your husband. I'm getting a yes. The question about the manipulation is kind of like a follow-up question, but it seems like with the 10 of Cups that you should be able to trust him. Benjamin, hopefully you're doing well tonight. Svetlana, you're welcome. Rachel, you're welcome. Interesting. I am getting a yes. I have that you guys are compatible. You also seem to have shared goals when it comes to your future, what you want your life to look like, maybe what you want your financial future to look like. And it looks like this is a good like teamwork type of relationship where you guys work together towards those goals. All right, we have 3 minutes left of the free list. Sorry, 2 minutes left of the free list, and then we will be moving on to our donations. Sorry, was I on mute? Benjamin, the 3 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles was for you. I got a yes, that you're compatible, you work well together as a team, and you have alignment in your future goals, personally and financially. Shayna. I am getting a yes, Shayna, 10 of Pentacles. Amber, I am getting a yes, the Knight of Swords. This may feel like you maybe possibly made a decision based on maybe like a gut feeling or impulse. And it's possible that you're a bit worried about this, but I am getting a yes. Knight of Swords. All right, guys, so the free list is closed. We are going to be moving on to donations now. You're welcome. Hey, Carrie. Carrie, would you like an in-depth reading? All right, so we have the Knight of Cups, KNX. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Carrie, that sounds good. Ace of Swords in the Tower. And the Judgment card. Okay, so K and X. The Seven of Wands in reverse indicates that there is some type of challenge or obstacle here within your connection that Chav is having a hard time seeing past or getting over. It kind of makes me feel like he thinks that this is kind of an obstacle or a challenge that will not be overcome. He kind of feels like this might just be either like a deal breaker or it just seems almost like he does not have faith in overcoming this. Chav's feelings towards you with the Knight of Cups does make me feel like he has an emotional attachment to you as well as an infatuation and attraction to you. I feel like he senses that there is some type of disconnect in communication where you guys maybe don't communicate very effectively with one another. Maybe he just listens to you just to have a response. Maybe the way that you say things don't come across well to him. It's the way that you guys communicate with each other seems to be that even if you're on the same page, you can tend to have conflict because the way that he hears what you're saying or the way that you hear what he's saying, or even the lack of communication can cause a problem between you guys. I feel like right now there's still going to be limited communication, especially with the Ace of Swords and the Tower here. Together, it makes me feel like there's limited or no communication. But the Judgment card does give promise, it does give hope that there will be amends that are made here, meaning that there will be apologies, there will be communication, possibly clearing the air here or apologizing to one another. Okay, okay. It does feel sudden for sure, especially with the tower that can indicate like a sudden disconnect in communication, um, energy, thoughts, things like that. She right now, I think, is trying to dictate or determine like she's trying to navigate through her feelings and she's trying to weigh the pros and cons. I feel like there's a lot of silence that's coming from her though for a little while. So I think for you, just sit tight. I don't really know that you're gonna get much out of her at this time. Hey, Carrie. So, for the one you donated for, would you like a love spread or would you like a freestyle reading for you and Bobby? So the last card in the reading can typically indicate timing. Because I didn't ask that question, I can't say for sure. But what was it? Judgment. Okay. So the last card in your reading was judgment. It says no timing or no timing or the change that you're experiencing may be permanent. I don't feel that to be true, that latter part, but I do feel like there's not a specific time right now that I can give to you. All right, so we're doing a love spread. Absolutely. You're welcome. All right, so we have a 9-card love spread between Carrie and Bobby. We're going to determine how they feel and their true intentions, what they want, what you're looking for, your strengths, weaknesses, energy around the relationship, what's hidden, and will the relationship be successful? So let's take a look here. I think I'm being called. Which deck? I feel like. Oh, I wonder where that deck went. There's a specific deck I'm feeling. Oh, there it is. All right. Carrie and Bobby. Also, guys, ignore my nails. They're looking insane. They're left over from when I got married, and I'm just like waiting for them to each pop off, but it's looking really bad. So just ignore that. It's looking really tacky, and I hate it. All right. Carrie and Bobby. How they feel, their intentions, what you want, what they want. What brings them together, pulls you apart, energy around the relationship. I'm just analyzing this. Give me 1 second here. So this this is giving like a relationship that's on its last leg. So like if you're actually like in a official relationship with this person, it's like it's struggling a little bit, struggling to like keep head above water. That also could be true if it is not an official relationship, if it's like a romantic entanglement, situationship, so on and so forth, that you guys are dating. Um, but like there is a struggle here. It's almost like there is a flame. They're kinda showing me, like, when you have, like, a spark of a flame, and so, like, it could light again, but it's, like, very hard to keep that spark lit or something. It just feels very shut down. Um Oh, okay, okay. So, I think from his perspective, he could be feeling like maybe a lack of passion, a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of excitement when it comes to this connection, maybe due to his circumstances beyond his control. But it just feels like this connection is having a hard time going on or continuing. It's almost feeling like something has to give, something has to change in order for both parties to feel nourished uh, in this relationship. It seems kind of it's like there is still a spark. I do see that, but you know, like when you're trying to light something and you flip the match and it lights and then it immediately goes out and you do it again and it lights and immediately goes out and it's like there is this like static here, this lack of fuel or something here for this connection. It's like you guys are going off of like very minimal energy in this relationship. Um, I think that he feels a bit defeated and uh I don't know, like maybe he's like concerned about you because the Five of Swords talks about self-sacrifice. And maybe he feels like you are sacrificing yourself in this connection because he can't give to you. And it's possible that he could have like self sabotaging tendencies. He could um, be in a very like angry energy or mindset right now due to his circumstances, and that can cause him to feel very negative and low vibrational. He's looking for a change, but I think that part of him wonders if he should just give up or walk away, or just surrender to this connection and not like hold on so tightly almost. Uh, So for his intentions, I'm getting the King of Swords. He is trying to make a very analytical, unemotional, and detached decision. This is where he chooses his head over his heart. He makes uh, logical, pragmatic decisions that make sense. Um, I feel like for him and his intentions is that at some point when he has like a better routine where he is able to give back or provide for you or give to you in some way that seems like more along the lines of what he would prefer. I think maybe he might want to like put a hold on this connection or put a pin in it because I feel like for him, he's just trying to make the best judgment and the best decision. I'm seeing with you as the lover's position is that you're looking for more from this person. You're looking for a recognition and appreciation of, hey, SB, that sounds good. Um, of your relationship. You're looking for some type of acknowledgement from him that, you know, your relationship is significant, that it does feel different than the rest, that it is strong. Um, you're looking for an even equal partner to you, and maybe you're looking for romance and you're looking for someone who shares the same values, and you could possibly be looking for this through him. But I think in general, that's just what you're looking for, whether it's with him or not. And I feel like for him, um, oh, what is this? I just feel like I have to sneeze. Usually when I sneeze during readings, it means that you're gonna hear from them soon, just letting you know. Um, I feel like he wants commitment too, Carrie. I feel like he wants commitment. I feel if he was but he wants confidence as well. Like, I don't think if he doesn't feel confident in himself, if he doesn't feel accomplished, if he doesn't feel like he's got his shit together, I don't think that he feels like he's mentally there for a commitment. So it's like his long-term goal is to be in a committed relationship. I think that if he felt like he had more going for him, he would be committed to you. Um, in a grander way than what you're currently experiencing. I feel like a strength in your connection is with the high priestess is that you guys have a really good like psychic connection or telepathic connection. And like you can really read him even when he's not saying something out loud. You kind of like just know, you just kind of have this like feeling or understanding of him in between the silent exchanges, and you can read between the lines and he can read you really well. And if you guys have ever been like physically intimate, he would like really read your body cues well. You guys wouldn't really have to verbalize too much to each other to understand the sacredness of your connection and what you mean to one another. I feel like thank you, SB, you'll be next, okay? I feel like with the Fool here as a weakness is that you guys don't have that freedom. You don't have that ability to go on adventures, travel, be careless, have fun. Right now, you're lacking that liberation and that ability to just do what you want in this connection. The energy around the relationship feels strained. It feels overburdened, overloaded. It feels stressful. It feels sometimes maybe like he feels obligated to you due to your sacrifices, or you feel obligated to him due to his situation. And it seems like you both are very burned out or very like overwhelmed or stressed about this connection. As far as what is hidden, we have temperance. So, temperance to me, it feels like you both view one another as a soulmate. I think you both have the patience and willingness to try to make this work. However, I do think that maybe this hasn't been vocalized because it is in the what's hidden position. So you guys definitely look at this connection as something different, something otherworldly, something like hard to find, and it's being recognized. It might not be verbally acknowledged, but it's being recognized by both parties. As far as the relationship work, or is there success here for this connection? I am getting a no. I fully believe that this can change, depending on your mindset, his mindset, if those things change, or if the circumstances change, or if decisions are changed. But as far as like your current trajectory, it does feel like things are not going your way. The Five of Cups talks about loss, sadness, uh, maybe feeling abandoned or feeling heartbroken. Five of Cups is usually associated with grief or disappointment. So yeah, that is what I've got for you, Carrie. Let me know if you liked your reading, if you have any questions, how did it resonate for you? I am going to go ahead and move on to SB. SB, what are we doing for you, girl? You're welcome, Carrie. SB, are you in here? Hi, Nessa, how are you? All right, guys, I'm back. So SB love spread. Okay, got it, SB. The name of the background music that I have going right now is called Night Driving, and it's through the StreamYard app. Why? Divine Grace, sure, you can ask a yes, no. Okay, Ray, that sounds good. All right, love spread, coworker, and SB. SB, I'm gonna try something really quickly, just out of curiosity. Tell me 1, 2, or 3. It's really not that big of a deal, just whatever number is calling to you. Nessa, so my free list is closed. I offered to do Divine Grace because I haven't seen her before, but yeah, free list is closed right now.
Doesn't treat me. She like makes, I guess she like just makes her daughter do it. So my manager's okay, like she literally just like no.
Okay, so I just asked 1, 2, or 3 because I want to know how many times I should shuffle and before I cut the deck. So let me process this here. Okay, so the main thing that I'm getting, SB, is that there's not enough of a foundation to stabilize this connection with you guys right now. So it's like there's a foundational energy that needs to be made, and that very well could be just because you guys don't know each other quite yet as much as you could potentially at some point down the line. So that's the main thing that I'm getting, is that there's a strength in attraction, but there is also a weakness in that because there's nothing else here. It's just purely physical, like appeal here, physical appeal. So I feel like this same thing that's a strength in your connection and what brings you guys together is also like the downfall of the connection because there's nothing else here to really communicate. I feel like there is potential here for this connection. Asking, will the connection be successful as a romantic partnership, I'm getting a maybe. I definitely think it could go one way or the other. I really think this is a 50-50 flip a coin situation. I feel like as far as how he feels is he's kind of just feeling things out. Page of Cups is the messenger in love. They like communicating, especially when it's something that means something to them. So he probably will talk to you or want to talk to you about things that are important to him. He is following his intuition here. So if he feels like you're closed off, if his gut's telling him that you're closed off, he probably won't approach you. If it seems open and inviting, he probably will. I do feel like there's like an excitement and an imaginative and a like, I don't know, just kind of like a fun thing. I do feel like he has an emotional response to you. And what I mean by that is that you are affecting him. Like your presence does make an impression on him. Let's see. I feel like for his intentions, he just wants to understand you, your job, the dynamic here. I think he doesn't want to step on anyone's toes. He wants everyone to be happy and be good and be well. I think that he means well. I think that he is a good person. I just don't think he knows you well enough yet to fully understand like what he could see here or what he could want here. I think that you would rather take the back seat here in the pursuing. I think you would rather, what you want is to be pursued, and I think that he is okay with that. I think he's okay with that. The energy around the relationship is Eight of Pentacles. So that talks about what you guys have is work. That's it. That's the energy around the relationship. What you guys have is your work ethic, what you're doing when you're around each other. It's like the only commonality that I see you guys having aside from physical attraction and interest in one another's physical appearance. And I think too, there's something to be said like when someone is attracted to you, they're attracted to your energy. Like they think in their head they're attracted to your physical appearance, but what they're really attracted to is like the energy that you give off. So, a good example of this, because as you know, I'm an example reader, would be that there's an actor. Okay, so like I don't know, have you watched Shameless or have you watched like Peaky Blinders or something along those lines? There's actors on there, like for example, Lip Gallagher on Shameless. Objectively, he probably isn't attractive to the majority of people, but the personality and the energy in his character that he plays in Shameless is what makes him so attractive to people because the energy that he's giving off through that character. Same for Peaky Blinders. Cillian Murphy is not a guy that women are typically seeking or going after. However, if you watch him in Peaky Blinders, you see him as Thomas Shelby, the energy he gives off in that show, people are obsessed. Like women are obsessed with him. So it just kind of gives off like if you, just because you have like whatever your physical appearance is, what am I trying to say? Whatever your physical appearance is, someone is attracted to you because of the energy you give off. So you are attracted to that. Exactly, SB, 100%. And that's how he is feeling about you. It doesn't really matter if you have a type. Of course, you're naturally, instantly going to be attracted and like drawn to your physical type. But people don't realize that you're attracted to that person's energy signature. And that is what you have going for you. Because especially when someone's not your typical type and you're like, what the hell? Why do I like want to jump this guy's bones, man? Like, it's just funny because if they're not your typical type, it doesn't matter. You're attracted to their energy. And so that is what he is saying here too, is that he is attracted to your energy. He feels comforted in your presence. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got.
Closest to the shower is mine.
Closest to the shower.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what I've got there, girl. I do see here at the bottom of the deck the Knight of Cups, which is kind of cool because that does talk to being open to the conversation of possibly dating at some point. So there's that. Yeah, he's comforted by your company. He likes being around you. He likes your energy. Ray, if you're hanging out in the chat right now, you are next after SB. I'm doing one more reading for SB and then it will be your turn. So if you are ready, you can post your question now. I was gonna say, if you want to check the dryer and see, does it need more time? Oh, SB, I'm sorry. We're doing 2 5 cards. Okay. All right. So the second reading, first 5 card that we're doing, how does he view you? Okay. Let's see. I would love to do the archetype deck for this because I think we'll get more specific details here. Okay, so how does he view SB? Okay, so first off is that you have a very welcoming energy that's delightful. I feel like, oh, and as I'm talking about your delightful energy, you have the angel archetype. So he feels like you are angelic and in nature. So you probably feel to him like you were sent from the heavens or sent from above. And he's like, who is this person and where did she come from? With the healer and angel here, it could indicate that you have a very calming presence. Okay, SB, that sounds good. That you have a very calming presence that's very like peaceful and comforting. And I feel like he generally looks at you as someone who's very positive to be around. You give a positive influence. There are some people out there that can feel very draining, and he does not feel that way with you at all. He feels exactly like he feels like you're so sweet, you're such a sweetheart. You just have like such a like maybe even pure energy about you, pure presence about you. You could even have like a very like childlike type of face or personality. Like basically, like the way that you laugh is more like a giggle or a kind of like a childlike maybe voice or laugh or features or something along those lines. You have the vampire archetype here as well. So this indicates that he feels like you're a good compass for or good you have good radar or good compass for people around you that aren't necessarily good for you. Even if you don't feel that way, this is how you're being perceived. So what I mean by that is that he feels like you have a good judge of character. You would, because you are good of good character, you can, and you're intuitive, it seems, because you have the mystic card. He feels like you also know when someone's bullshitting, when someone's being honest. He perceives you as someone who has a good bullshit radar. You are a good judge of character. He feels like you are a bit mysterious still, so you keep him guessing. You keep him curious about you and wondering about you. He feels like you take your career or your studies, your intellect, all of that stuff very seriously. Your work ethic is important to you. And I would say those are all of the things um, that he's picked up so far. Um, for some reason, I want to touch on this healer card again. That he sees you as the type of person who can repair hearts, repair bodies, repair spirits, repair mind. That kind of comes with the angel archetype here, but he sees that you have a passion to serve others by helping others. Maybe he views you as someone who could heal his heart, possibly, or that it's really therapeutic to talk to you or be around you. So, yeah, that's what I've got. So, these are the archetype cards. I got them a long time ago. They look like this. So for SB, for this question, I did kind of pick up on um, it could go either way. I got the maybe card, and I think it was 2 of Wands. So I feel like we can kind of piggyback on that reading and see what else is going on in his mind. But I do feel like I already got an answer. Like it really could go either way at this point in time with like your current path, your current trajectory. Now, tomorrow you can get to know each other like so much better, and that will change your trajectory. But as of right now, it really could go either way. Let's see. So SB, I'm getting right now, he is enjoying his independence. So I think talking to you, flirting with you is a lot of fun for him. But he is enjoying his independence, like his work life being separate from his personal life. This, so for example, like I'm assuming he's not in a relationship. He would prefer to kind of still do his own thing, kind of date around, play the field. I'm not getting that he has any serious attachments because the Nine of Pentacles card is here. But generally, I just feel like a sense of feeling detached to an outcome as far as like a commitment goes. I do think though that he would be open to something more. He is open to something more. The friendship could grow into something more. I am getting a yes to that. But as far as like what's the highest potential, it would probably be dating and maybe like physical affection as of right now. It doesn't mean that that can't change. It doesn't mean it can't also then blossom into commitment. But as of right now, because he's still getting to know you, he's not seeing past like maybe the dating stage potentially. He hasn't like fully gotten there. I don't think. Yes, blooming soul, we are still open. He hasn't like got to the point of developing feelings for you. And usually when you develop feelings for someone, you then want the commitment because you then have feelings for that person. So because he isn't there yet, he doesn't fantasize about that kind of thing. Usually men don't fantasize about their relationship until they have caught feelings for someone. So I think that might be where we're at. Do you have any questions about that? Let me know. Awesome. Thank you, SB. You're welcome. Okay, so Ray is next. Ray donated for a mini. And then we have SB again. SB says she put the question. Okay, yes, I got it. SB, I got it. And then Blooming Soul is next after that. So let me update the. Sorry, I'm losing my track of thought here. Update the donation list really quickly. Hey Ray, I'm ready for your question, girl. Ooh, Ray. This would be a good question for earlier. Remember how I did a live stream for how and where will you meet your partner, your future partner? Because a lot of times it gives you like physical descriptions or physical locations that I put together that will tell you like where to go, where to hang out, where you'll meet this person. So, for example, if your seventh house ruler is in the first house, then the first house will tell you you don't have to do anything at all. That your person's gonna find you. Your person's gonna run into you, come to you. You really don't have to do much. They will be the one to seek you out. So by asking this question, I can definitely do a tarot reading on it. But your birth chart, I feel, gives a pretty like accurate explanation of like potential places you could run into this person. So, for example, if you have a seventh house ruler in your fifth house or something, I would tell you to go have more fun. I would tell you to go to shows, concerts, plays, sporting events, have more recreational fun, take up a hobby, things like that. So, if you're interested in that, I can do that for you really quickly and let you know where your seventh house ruler is and give you a better understanding of where you could find your life partner. But if you would prefer the reading with the tarot, I can do that too. Just let me know. I do, however, in order to do the birth chart reading, I do need your time of birth, where you were born, date of birth. So you would have to know all of those things. Alrighty, let's shuffle for you now. All right, what can Ray do to find her ultimate life partner? All right, so this last one is the tower. It's a little hard to see. I'm just going to move this here. And it came out with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I'm picking up here lots of Leo energy in these two cards. This does indicate to be more playful in your everyday moments, have more fun. I am picking that up. I feel like with the Six of Cups, the Scorpio energy is kind of saying that you gotta get comfortable with the uncomfortable. What I mean by that, Ray, is that there's like an internal transformation that is happening within you, and anything that you find to be taboo or dark about you or secretive about you, or it could even be something like exploring your sexuality, not just like saying, oh, I'm going to experiment with like another gender. I don't mean like that necessarily. I mean more like really understand your body, understand like what you want sexually, what you're looking for. Yeah, can you give me a second? So this is like an internal transformation, really like understanding yourself, getting comfortable. Your seventh house is in Aries. Okay, so the second part to that reading, Ray, would be I need to know what, because Aries is ruled by Mars, so I need to know where your Mars is in order for me to be able to complete that reading. So anyways, getting more comfortable, I think, with like yourself, your inner self, your inner desires, getting more comfortable with maybe what's uncomfortable for you to talk about or for you to vocalize. This would help prepare you for that person, because I feel like there is someone coming in for you that like really just wants to pleasure you, make you feel good, make you feel appreciated, admired, make you feel beautiful, give you what you want. And you kind of have to know what it is that you're looking for in that regard before that person can come in for you. So there is that. I think just getting very clear too about your personal goals, your personal achievements that you want in your life. So, like, do you want kids? Do you have kids? Do you, if you do, how many do you want? I think there's like I said, that you're undergoing this like internal transformation that is important for you to be prepared and be fully ready for this person to come in. Let's see. Oh, interesting, because I was just talking about goals that you have for yourself that came through, specifically with your career and your family and home life. I think it's also important to note that the tower is here with the Wheel of Fortune, and this is kind of making me feel like the person that is coming in for you is kind of like a happenstance. I would love to verify that with your chart, but this right here, the tower and the Wheel of Fortune, talks about how there's not anything that you have to physically do. This is the universe coming in. So the tower talks about the things that you need to dismantle, that if you don't do it, then the universe will do it for you. And the Wheel of Fortune talks about divine intervention. So I think a lot of this doesn't have to do with you at all. I think this has to do with either your divine spiritual team and the universe and all of the beings that kind of help us guide us through this life, your guides in general. I feel like they're going to be working through either people or places or things in order to put the two of you in the right place at the right time. That is so sweet. Love at first sight. How cute. Ray, that makes a lot of sense. That's perfect. Because they said they want you to get very clear with your career and your children. So if you like your basically your home life, your future plans. Do you want to foster? Do you want to live in? Do you want animals? Do you want pets? Do you want to live in a house? Do you want to live in a city, in the suburbs, in the countryside? Location wise, like where would you like to live? Does that matter at all? Um, so as long as you feel like you have like those things planned out, I think you're on the right track, honestly. I really do. You're welcome, Ray. Thank you for the donation. I hope you enjoyed your. Blooming Soul, of course, you can leave your question with me. All right. So I don't think SB is here. She said she might fall asleep. So we'll just do this. All right, SB. Blooming Soul, I hope you heard. Sometimes I'm not sure if you guys can hear me when I'm responding, but you are more than welcome to put your question here. Just let me know what we're doing for you, what your question is, all that. But you're actually next, Blooming, so if you want to stick around, that's cool too. All right, SB. Wow. All right, SB. So first off, they are saying that you have really great insights. I think maybe you've implemented or suggested certain ideas, plans, things of that nature. 1 second, please. Sorry, I had to mute for a second. So they feel like you either offered really great insights. You offer great insights or great ideas. And I feel like they feel okay. Everyone speaks English, I'm sure. But I feel like they feel like there's an eloquence in your language as a universal energetic language that you speak where you can understand everyone and you can also help people understand things. So an example of this would be like if two people are not getting along very well, or if they're not really understanding what each other is saying, like it's just not being heard. They're both speaking the same literal language, but for whatever reason, one person's saying one thing, the other person's not quite processing it, and vice versa. And you can kind of come in like a mediator sense or like a translator sense and be like, I think this is what this person is trying to say. And you can like articulate it in a way that now computes, now makes sense to the other party. So yeah, you're all speaking the same language, but there's just like this universal energy in which you communicate that is responded to very positively. I also feel like they look at you as like a very nurturing energy as well. You have the mother archetype here, and that you are really committed to your work. Because you have the priest archetype here too. You are loyal, tenacious, unselfish. You're a great coworker. You have the companion archetype here, so you get along well with others. And then we also have the servant archetype, meaning that you really want to make sure that other people feel like they're being helped. So whatever it is that you're doing, you're offering a service or you are offering assistance or you are providing to someone in some way that is helping them. And they view you as someone who has like a heart of a servant, not like you are a literal servant, but you have a serving heart, a giving heart, a generous heart, someone who wants to help other people, and they are picking that up on you. So SB, that is what I have for you there. All right, Blooming Soul. Blooming, we're doing a BOGO for you.
Sure, traffic.
I don't know where you get these from. Where you get them from? Is it just like anything you say ever in life, you have to? Why?
We just look at each other all dumb.
Oh, so you're programmed that way.
We'll try to one up each other.
Gotcha. All right, Blooming, let's take a look at the first one. All right, so we have the Lovers, Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, Death, so what this is telling me is that you have some positive upcoming changes in your love life. The death card symbolizes the end of one chapter, the start of something new. This could mean that you are going through a personal transformation. Therefore, you're becoming a different person. Therefore, you're attracting. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, Blooming. I literally forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So you're going under a personal transformation, which is making you a new person, which is then, I guess, shifting or changing your vibration. So you will start attracting other people or different people or new people into your life than what you were doing before. So I definitely feel like a positive change in the near future. I also want to throw out there, Blooming, that I have started offering readings on where or how you'll meet your life partner, the ultimate partner, the partner that you marry, the partner you spend your life with. So if you are interested in a reading like that, just let me know. But I do it according to your birth chart. So there's that. Um, I feel like you are working towards your life partner here with this general reading. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and that talks about the long lasting relationships, the relationships you have for life, the relationships that you have till the end of your life. So, this to me feels like marriage. Divine grace, yes, you can ask a yes or no if you would like. I feel like there could be a resurrection of an existing relationship as well. That now that you've had this change, you're approaching that connection differently, and they will too, meaning that there could be a reconciliation. Doesn't necessarily have to be, again, the death and rebirth here. Could just mean that if you're a brand new person meeting a brand new person. But I do see here like life partner for you. So if you're wondering like, am I going to get married? Am I going to find my person? Or am I just going to be just dating randomly for the rest of my life? I feel like you find that person. I feel like you find that life partner that you're looking for, that you spend your days with, that you share similar goals with, that you grow and build a life with. So, Blooming, that is what I have for you there. If you're still in here, let me know. So that way, if you have any follow up questions, you can ask me now. I'll give you another minute or so. Divine Grace, I'm in the middle of a donated reading, so stick around and I will call on you and we'll get your question answered. You do have to make sure you're present. All right, Blooming Soul. So we'll go ahead and disconnect from that reading and we'll move on to your next question, which is in regards to your creations and connections. Kayla, yes, I can add you to the yes no if you'd like. All right, so you want to know if you're in alignment. You're welcome, Kayla. just let me know what it is, your question, drop it in the chat, and then make sure you're present when I call on you in another minute or so. I have to finish this reading, and then I have someone else waiting for the free list. But as long as you're here, I will answer your question. All right, is she in alignment? Are things going well with her creations and connections? So Blooming, it seemed like you were off to not so great start. Maybe this change or this switch has to do with like initially feeling a lack of excitement or enthusiasm, or feeling like what you wanted to do just didn't seem practical. I do feel like this is working for you now. We have the Magician, meaning that you're standing in your power. You also have the Eight of Wands, which talks a lot about good things coming your way, things becoming easier, things being in flow, not having any blocks. I also see the alignment card here. This talks about being in harmony, being on the right path, and then you will be seeing things. I feel like this is the card of synchronicities. Now, it can be the card of signs, but I personally feel like synchronicities are different than signs. Signs to some people are, oh, I know that whenever I see a cardinal, I'm on the right path, or whenever I see 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, then I'm on the right path. Those are signs to me. Synchronicities is what I'm picking up from this card. And this talks about how when your life starts to kind of sync up and you're in this weird alignment. And I don't know really how to explain the feeling, but I do know that synchronicities will happen. Like, for example, you'll be reading a book about monarch butterflies, okay? Not really something people talk about every day. And then you will walk past someone that's having a conversation about monarch butterflies the next day. That's like weird. It feels like a coincidence, but it starts to become a synchronicity. And then you'll notice that maybe you are watching a TV show and they are talking about a musical group that you haven't heard about since you were a kid. And then in your day-to-day life, someone talks to you about this musical group and you realize, well, yesterday those synchronicities were 24 hours apart, but today they're like 10 hours apart. And then you'll notice that those synchronicities start getting closer and closer and closer. And these are going to be things that you don't really talk about or hear about, but then suddenly the things that you're reading, the things that you're watching, the things that you're hearing about or seeing suddenly become a part of your reality. And eventually you'll feel these things happen so much closer together. Then it will go from 8 hours apart to 5 hours apart, and then it'll be an hour apart. And then at some point, it's happened to me many times, it literally was like 2 seconds apart where it happened, or 1 second apart, or just right at the exact same time. So when that happens, to me, that makes me feel like I am aligning with my natural and highest path. So that's what I mean about synchronicities. Will you still have some struggles? Will you still have some hard times? Yes, but I do feel like because it's the 10 of Wands, it does signify like the ending of a chapter. Because you are on this path here that you're talking about with, you said something about creations and connections. I don't know if this has to do like with romantic entanglements, but something tells me that you could still be working through people or working through potential partners or potential relationships here. If that's the kind of connections that you're talking about, you could still be working through people. It doesn't mean that the very next person that you come in contact with is the right connection for you. You could still be kissing a couple frogs or meeting people and not settling on someone. But I feel like here with the Four of Cups that you do have something in mind when it comes to these creations that you're talking about and these connections that you're talking about. And Spirit's kind of saying, hold on to that plan and don't settle. Just continue to focus on that one thing that you're looking for that you haven't gotten yet, because it is going to get here. Don't start looking at these other options as like a potential for you. You have set something in mind to set something in motion, and just keep focusing on that one thing. Yeah, that's what I've got blooming. So I don't think you're in here anymore, but I do hope you come back and let me know how this reading was for you. So let's see here. Okay, so we are going to work on a couple free yes nos. Divine Grace, are you here? All right, it doesn't look like Divine Grace is here. I did tell her that she has to be present when called on. So maybe we can come back to her at some point. Okay, so Kayla, if you are here, please check in with me. Kayla, go ahead and post your question. It has to be a yes or no format. All right, let's see. Kayla, I am getting a yes, an Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles have to do with the physical body, so I feel like he is missing your presence more than anything. People can miss your conversation, people can miss your voice, people can miss your, like, just your thoughts. But I feel like this person is actually missing your presence, your physical body being close to them in some way. All right, we are going to do a last call for readings. So if you are here and you would like a reading, speak now, please. You're welcome, Kayla. I do have a sale going right now for a custom, personalized career analysis. I did one earlier today. It is very detailed. It takes me about an hour to do, and I tell you about your career options, possible career paths. I tell you about yourself, maybe if there's any blocks or any areas of your life that you're blessed when it comes to your career. I tell you maybe the type of job itself that you should have, whether that be flexible or rigid, whether that be something that's creative or something that's maybe more like accounting. I give you as much insight as I possibly can. It's the overall overarching career. And with that, it's very involved. So it takes me about an hour to map out And today only, I'm offering it for $15. If you want any information on that, just go to the community tab on my channel. And after you donate, all you have to do is email me. I just need some information regarding your birth chart so I can get all the information that I need. So if that is interesting to you or appealing to you, check it out. It will expire sometime in the night. Probably in the middle of the night at some point. I might let it go till morning, depending on how busy we get. So, hey, Princess, welcome in. My donations are open, but my free list is closed. So, I am actually probably about to sign off here in a second. I'm just doing a last call at this time. All right, guys, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I probably will not be back tonight because I streamed very late today and I had multiple streams already. So I'm going to sign off. If you see me again tonight, it's probably just going to be a promotional advertisement. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. I probably will be here tomorrow, so you should see me then.